Hello and welcome to my walkthrough of the AQA GCSE Mathematics Foundation Tier Paper 1 non-calculator paper for May 2023. Let's get straight into it. So question 1. Here is a list of numbers. Which number in the list is a multiple of 4? So I'm going to write down the multiples of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. And as you can see, 20 is on both lists, so our answer to part A is 20. Part B. Which number in the list is a square number? So a square number is just a number that is the solution when you times a different number by itself. So 1 times 1, 1 would be a square number. 2 times 2, 4 would be a square number. 3 times 3, 9 would be a square number, and we have 9 on our list. Therefore, that is our answer. Part C. Which two numbers in the list have a total of 43? So if we add up 14 and 9, we get 23. If we add up 14 and 20, we get 34. If we add up 14 and 29, we get 43. So our answer is 14 and 29. Part D. Work out the largest number in the list divided by the smallest number in the list. The largest number we have is 45, and the smallest number we have is 3. So we're going to have 45 divided by 3, which is just 15. Question number 2. Here is a square. Use a ruler to measure a side length of the square. Give your answer in millimeters. So I'm doing this exam on an iPad, so I do not have a ruler, and my paper isn't the same scale as yours would be in the exam. But all you would need to do is put your ruler next to any of these sides, making sure that your 0 lines up with the edge of the square, and then your answer is going to be about here in millimeters. And the mark scheme has this anywhere between 54 and 58 millimeters as the correct answer, so we're going to go for 56 millimeters. Part B. Here is a quadrilateral. Use a protractor to measure the size of the smallest angle. Similar story here. So I'll just show you where you'll need to put your protractor, as I don't have one here. So we're looking for the smallest angle. Just visually, you can see that this angle down here is smaller than this one, and this one, and this one. But if you want to measure all 4 and take the smallest one, then you can. So what you'll need to do is place your protractor just like this, with 0 just here, and then your answer is going to be just here on your protractor. And again, the mark scheme gives you a little bit of leeway between 48 degrees and 52 degrees, so we're going to put 50 degrees as our answer. Part C. A different quadrilateral is drawn on a centimetre grid. By counting squares, work out the area of the quadrilateral. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 full squares, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 half squares. So our answer is going to be 12 plus 6 over 2, which is just 15 centimeters squared. And part D. One side of a rectangle is drawn on this centimeter grid. Complete the rectangle so that it has a perimeter of 20 centimeters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the length of this side. And we know, because it's a rectangle, that the other side opposite it will also have 7 as the length, which means the two other sides need to add up to 20 minus 7 plus 7. So 6 is the length of two other sides combined. Therefore, each side is 3. So we're going to go 3 up over here, and 3 up over here, and 7 along, and there is our rectangle. Draw that with a ruler in the exam. Question 3. Work out minus 4 times minus 3. So that will be the same as saying minus 4 times minus 3, which is minus minus 4 times 3, which is minus 12, which is just 12. Part B, work out 6 times minus 5. 6 times minus 5 is going to be the same as minus 6 times 5, which is minus 30. And part C, minus 8 squared is going to be the same as 8 squared, which is 64, by definition of minuses timesing by themselves, getting rid of both the negatives, cancelling each other out. And part D, work out 10 to the power 3. So 10 to the power 3 is the same as saying 10 times 10 squared, which is the same as saying 10 times 10 times 10, which is just 1,000. 3 zeros. And we'll move on. Question 4. Write 18 out of 30 as a fraction in its simplest form. So 18 out of 30. So what we can do here is we can divide the top and the bottom by 2 to simplify it. Gives us 9 over 15. We can divide the top and the bottom here by 3, which gives us 3 over 5. 3 is prime, and 5 is prime. Therefore, we can't simplify any further, and our answer is 3 over 5. Question number 5. At a shop, the normal price of 1 pen is 24p. The normal price of 1 calculator is £7. The shop has these special offers: pens half the normal price, calculators £1.50 less than the normal price. Work out the total price of 5 pens and 1 calculator using the special offers. So, 5 pens plus 1 calculator. So pen price equals 24p divided by 2, which equals 12p. Therefore, 5 pens equals 5 times 12p, or 60p. Calculator price equals £7 minus £1.50, which equals £5.50. Therefore, 5 pens plus 1 calculator equals 60p, which we can write like this, plus £5.50, giving us £6.10. I'll put it down here. The answer wants it in pounds. £6.10. Question number 6. Write 3 2/5 as an improper fraction. So 3 is the same as 15 over 5. So our answer is going to be 15 over 5 plus 2 over 5, which is 17 over 5. And part B, write 0.19 as a fraction. 0.19 is the same as saying 19 out of 100. And question number 7. Misha recorded the main type of weather each day for 55 days. The pictogram shows the result for rain, snow, and cloud. Sun was recorded on one more day than fog. Complete the pictogram for the 55 days. So, if this is our key and each square is 1 day, then something like this is representative of 2 days, and then 1 square will be 1 day, etc. So let's count up how many we've got for rain. So that's going to be 4, 8, 12, 16 days of rain, 4, 8, 10 days of snow, 4, 8, 12, 16, 18 days of cloud, and then sun was recorded on 1 more day than fog. So what I'm going to do is write fog plus 1 and fog as these two amounts. So what have we got in total up here? We've got 16 plus 10 plus 18, which is 44. So I'm going to say 55 equals 44 plus fog plus fog plus 1. Therefore, 11 equals fog plus fog plus 1. Therefore 10, if we take 1 off of both sides, we've got 10 equals 2 times fog. Therefore fog equals 5, which means we need to have 5 in here and 6 in here, and we will draw that by putting our big square of 4 in both of these. One square here and 2 squares here. Question number 8. T equals 5p minus w. Work out the value of t when p equals 4 and w equals 2. So t equals 5 lots of 4 minus 2 by just putting these numbers into the equation up here. So t is going to equal 20 minus 2, which is just 18. Part B. Work out the value of p when t equals minus 40 and w equals 10. So we'll do the same thing. We'll put them in the thing above. So minus 40 by replacing the t with the minus 40 equals 5p minus w, so minus 10. We'll add 10 to both sides, so we get minus 30 equals 5p, and we'll divide both sides by 5, and we get p equals minus 6. Question 9. Match each box on the left to the box on the right with the same value. One has been done for you. So 1/2 is not equivalent to 0.05, it's not equivalent to 20%, 26, 0.25, it is equivalent to 10 out of 20. 1/4 is just going to be 0.25, and 1/5 is going to be 20%. Question number 10. Here are two calculations, A and B. Work out the answer to A multiplied by the answer to B. So A is going to be 8 times 3, which I'm going to put in brackets to make it easier, plus 2 as you do the multiplication first. That's just 24 plus 2, which is just 26. And B, 21 minus 15 minus 4, is 21 minus 11, which equals 10. Therefore, A times B equals 26 times 10, or 260. Question 11. Convert 7 gallons to litres. Use 1 gallon equals 4.5 litres. So 7 gallons equals 7 times 4.5, which is the same as saying 7 times 4 plus 7 times 0.5, which is 28 plus 7 over 2, which is 28 plus 3.5, as half of 7 is 3.5. So our answer is 31.5. Question 12. The table shows monthly payments for electricity. Write down the percentage increase from October to November. Well, it has doubled, which means it has increased by 100% of the value of October. So our answer is 100%. Question 13. Students choose juice with their school meal in the ratio orange to apple to lime is 5 to 2 to 3. Complete the bar chart. So, orange is at 20, apple is at 8, which means we have a ratio of 20 to 8 to lime. But we already know it needs to be 5 to 2 to 3. So to get from here to here, we have multiplied by 4. Therefore, lime needs to be 12. Again, you draw this with your ruler, making sure that the bars don't touch each other. Try to do that as straight as possible. There we go. all the way up to 12. Question 14. Here is some data about people visiting a gym 1 week. Compare the data for the members with the data for the guests. Make 3 comparisons. So they've given us 3 different columns and they want us to do 3 comparisons, so let's do it the easiest way possible. So there are more members visiting than guests, as the percentage is 64 compared to 36. The number of hours, average, for members is higher than guests, as the mean is higher for members than it is for guests. And we'll move down a little bit. The range of number of hours visiting for comparison 3, the visiting times of the guests vary more than for the members, as the range of hours for the guests is higher than the members. Question 15. A large rectangle has a rectangular hole cut out. Work out the percentage of the large rectangle that is shaded. So the area of the large rectangle is going to be 5 times 4, which is just 20 centimeters squared. The area of the small rectangle is going to be 3 times 2, 6 centimeters squared. Therefore, shaded area is 20 minus 6, which is 14 centimeters squared. Therefore, percentage shaded 14 over 20, which is the same as 7 over 10, which is the same as 70%. Question 16. Liz travels 18 miles in 20 minutes. Work out her average speed in miles per hour. So 18 miles in 20 minutes. Well, how do we get from 20 minutes to 60 minutes? We multiply by 3. Therefore, if we multiply the number of miles by 3, we can say that she will do 54 miles in 60 minutes, or 54 miles in 1 hour, which would simply be 54 miles per hour, as in 1 hour she does 54 miles. So that is our answer. Question 17. ABC, BD, and BE are straight lines. Angle EBD equals 5 times angle ABE. Angle DBC equals 3 times angle ABE. Work out the size of angle EBD. So we know angles on a straight line add to 180 degrees. That is our first fact. So we've got angle ABE here, we were going to call X. So call angle ABE X. Then we know that EBD, which is this angle here, is 5 times angle ABE. So that is going to be 5x. Therefore, angle EBD equals 5x. And we know that DBC is 3 times angle ABE, so we're going to call that one 3x. And angle DBC equals 3x. And as we said, angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. Therefore, x plus 3x plus 5x equals 180 degrees. Therefore, 9x equals 180 degrees. Therefore, x equals 180 divided by 9, which is 20 degrees. But the question wants us to find the angle EBD. Therefore, EBD equals 5 times 20, which just equals 100 degrees. Question 18. Two prime numbers are multiplied together. The answer is an even number between 50 and 60. Complete the calculation. So prime numbers, we're going to have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. We'll go a little bit higher, 23. I'm not sure how high I'm going to have to go here. 25 isn't prime, 27 isn't prime, 29. Let's stop there. So the answer is an even number between 50 and 60. So 2 multiplied by 3 is going to be too small, 10 is going to be, 5 is going to be too small, but 2 times 29 gives us 58. And 58 is an even number between 50 and 60, so we've actually found that very quickly. So if that hadn't been the case, I would have then moved on to 3, and I would have multiplied 3 by each of the numbers towards the top end and see, like, 3 times 19 is 57. And 57 falls between 50 and 60, but it is not even. I would have done 5 times 11. 5 times 11 is 55, but again is not even. So we are done with our 2 times 29. Question 19. Andrew and Bruce share some money in the ratio 5 to 6. Bruce gets £96. Andrew gives 1/4 of his share to Carl. Bruce gives 2/3 of his share to Carl. How much money does Carl receive? Right. So if Andrew and Bruce are in the ratio 5 to 6, so A to B is 5 to 6, we then know that 5 out of 11 is Andrew, and 6 out of 11 is Bruce. As when you're doing a ratio, you can just add up the two numbers that the ratio is from, and you can put that on the denominator of a fraction, and then you can just say that it would be the equivalent of that comparison. So Bruce gets £96, so Bruce £96 equals 6 out of 11. Therefore, if we do 96 divided by 6, that will be 16. We can say that 1 out of 11 equals £16. Therefore, 11 out of 11, the whole lot, equals £16 times 11, which is the same as saying 16 times 10 plus 16 times 1, which is going to be 160 plus 16, which is 176. So that's the total amount. So therefore, Andrew got 176 minus 96, £80. We did all that so that we can then work out how much has been given to Carl. So Andrew gave 1/4 of 80 to Carl, which is £20, and Bruce gave 2/3 of 96 to Carl, which is 96 over 3 times 2, which is the same as saying 32 times 2, which is 64. Therefore, Carl gets 20 plus 64, which is £84. Question number 20. Players score points in a game. The scatter graph shows the time played and the points scored by some players. Circle the strength and type of correlation shown. Well, as you can see, as time played goes up, number of points goes up. It's like if you take 25, that's like up here somewhere. And you take like 10, that's like down here. So this would be a strong positive correlation as they're increasing together, and it's quite clear. Part B. Players get 1 extra life for every 2,000 points they score. John plays the game for 15 hours. Use a line of best fit to estimate the number of extra lives he gets. So we'll start by drawing a line of best fit. Just like that. And we'll go back down. Joe plays the game for 15 hours. So we'll take 15 hours on the graph and we'll scoop our way up to here. And it goes to about here. Each square is going to be 2 because it's 5 squares per 10. So that is going to be 34,000 points. So 15 hours, 34,000 points. So 34,000 divided by 2,000 equals 17 extra lives. Question 21. 2 to the power a multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 squared equals 600. Work out the value of a. You must show your working. So 2 to the a times 3 times 5 squared equals 600. Therefore, 2 to the a times 5 squared equals 600 divided by 3, which is 200. Therefore, 2 to the power a times 25, which is 5 squared, equals 200. Therefore, 2 to the power a equals 200 divided by 25. And 25 goes into 200 8 times. It goes into 100 4 times. Therefore, 2 to the power a equals 8. 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. Therefore, 2 to the power 3 equals 8. Therefore, a equals 3. Question number 22. Expand and simplify fully 5 lots of 3x plus 4 minus 2 lots of x minus 1. So we'll just write this out again. 5 times 3x is 15x, 5 times 4 is 20, 2 times x is 2x. We need to make sure we put this minus correctly, so I'm actually just going to put this in brackets. 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. Now we'll sort out the negative. 15x plus 20 minus 2x minus minus 2 is plus 2. Therefore, we get 13x plus 22. And that is our answer. Question 23. Erica tries to sketch the graph y equals 1 over x with x not equal to 0. Make 2 different criticisms of her sketch. Well, first of all, it's touching the y-axis. So, shouldn't touch y-axis, as that would imply that x equals 0, but x does not equal 0. So that's an easy first one. And a second criticism, this is actually in the wrong segment. So if we took an example of, let's say x is minus 2, we'll actually put it in our answer. We'll say if x equals minus 2, then y minus a half, but the graph doesn't have any negative y values. It has been drawn in the wrong segment. It should be this one here. Question 24. Sunita is X years old. Beth is 1 year younger than Sunita. Joel is double Sunita's age. The mean of their ages is 5. How old is Joel? So, we're going to say Beth plus Sunita plus Joel divided by 3 equals 5. Therefore, Beth plus Sunita plus Joel equals 15. All I've done there is we're told the mean of their ages is 5, so all of them added up divided by how many there are is 5. And then I've times both sides of this by 3. So we're told Beth is 1 year younger than Sunita, so Sunita minus 1 equals Beth. Joel is double Sunita's age. J equals 2S. So if we replace B and J in our equation with the values of S, we're going to say, therefore, B plus S plus J equals S minus 1 plus S plus 2S equals 15. So, S minus 1 plus S plus 2S equals 15. Therefore, 4S equals 16, just by taking the 1 onto the other side. S equals 4, but the question wants to know how old Joel is. Therefore, Joel equals 2 times 4. Joel is 8. Question 25. 2 and a third divided by 4 over 5. Give your answer as a mixed number. So I'm going to say 2 and a third equals 6 over 3 plus a third. All I've done there is change the 2 into thirds, which equals 7 thirds. So 2 and a third divided by 4 over 5 is the same as 7 over 3 divided by 4 over 5. And when you divide by a fraction, you can flip what you are dividing by and multiply it. So that is going to be the same as 7 over 3 multiplied by 5 over 4. And when you multiply by a fraction, you just times the top and then you times the bottom. So that is just going to be 7 times 5 on the top over 3 times 4, which is 35 over 12. And the answer wants to be in a mixed number. So we need to work out how many 12s go into 35. That's going to be 2 12s go into 35 with 11 left over. So our answer is 2 and 11 12ths. And that is the final question. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. If you've got any questions, as always, drop them in the comments and I'll be happy to help. Otherwise, I will catch you next time.